I think I'm always vulnerable in terms of the movies I've made, but this is a very personal story. It's the first time I've taken privacy public, and I've never done that. You don't see me doing that a lot in my life, and this was a story that I thought had some merit about my mom and my dad and my sisters in formative years growing up in 3 states. And Tony Kushner kind of prodded me years ago into starting to really take these stories I was telling him a little more seriously. So we started working together about 3 years ago, and now we're going to introduce people to a family called the Fablemans. Families are complicated, and I don't know any family that is not complicated. And our complications are probably not as unusual as someone else's, so I think this is not a vanity production for me. I'm not holding up a little vanity hand mirror to my face. This is a big universal reflection, I think, of everybody everywhere, with siblings, with parents, with problems at school, with a passion, a hobby, something that becomes a career. So I think there's a lot of sort of universal truths in the story we're telling. Well, fortunately, the films that we recreated to look like the films I used to make when I was 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 are better than the films I made when I was 12, 13, 14, 15. When you get Janusz Kaminski and me together, even when we're trying to make something look amateurish, we had a really hard time doing that. So I promise you, my old movies are a lot worse than the little movies that we recreated for the Fablemans. Every movie should be seen on a big screen. Every movie. The movies are made for movie theaters. Now I'm fine about films that are streamed and streaming platforms, and the most important thing is storytelling. And I really, at this point, don't care how I see good stories. If I see them on my iPhone, not a great way to see something, but I just love good stories. But because of the traditions that I was raised believing in, I seriously believe that movies are best seen in the company of strangers, in large theaters, with a giant screen. And I will always feel that way.